Hi friends. So in the previous module, we have learned about how you can automate your task or jobs, and also we have learned about by help of cron and cron job and cron tabs. Also we discussed about jobs and processes and how you can create new users, how you can modify them, how you can log in them and run command as their users account. Okay. So in this lecture, we will learn about how you can explore and learn about open source software, what it is, how it is related to Unix or Linux. Okay. So in this module, so first you will learn about the GNU project. So what it is, how it was developed, by whom, and how it is related to Linux. Then you will learn how you can modify and install the code from source code. Where are the all the software repositories where you can find your required software repos. Okay. And at the end, so in the Linux you use sudo apt get install or apt install anything. Okay. So how the apt package manager works, so you will learn. Then you will also understand how the cache is working. So suppose if you are downloading something from the internet, so it is using cache for storing your data. Okay. So if you will try to upgrade that software, so it will not download the backend information all the way from internet again, so it will use cache. Okay. Also we'll learn about how you can upgrade your software. Then you will see how you can install new package and to find what's the right package for you. Then you will learn how you can download the source code, modify them, and after this at the end you will learn how you can installing the packages and cleaning up also. Okay. So let's move ahead with the GNU project. Okay. So basically the GNU project is a mass collaborative initiative for development of free software. Okay. And this free operating system was called GNU. So basically the GNU OS was designed as a complete OS. Okay. Means that not only OS. So basically it's a OS with compilers, text editor, text formatters, and other components, means other utilities. Okay. So the Unix-like OS consists of programs released by the GNU project known as the packages. Okay, so they uses the packages as well as the third-party free software, also libraries and developer tools combined with them. So they may use the third-party free software also and their own packages repos. So we'll learn about those in our lecture. Okay. So here, what about the free terms meaning? So in here, the free terms meaning about the four freedoms. Okay, for any OS should have. That's what on Richard Holman works on this. So the first one is to the freedom to run a program as you wish. So how you can run the program, you can customize it the way you want. The next one is how you can study how the program works. If you want to customize this, then customize this, how this thing is going from here to there. So you have freedom to study that. Then you have freedom to redistribute, means improving from one to distribute redistribute from one version to another. Then you have the next fourth freedom is to distribute copies or share them with your other developers by customizing them. Okay. So hope you've understood the basic of the GNU project. So how GNU project was created? So it was basically announced by Richard Stallman and their group in September 1983. Okay, so they started working on this, and at the 1984 in January, so Stallman quits his job from MIT AI lab to give his full time on making this project full of free software and did it well. Okay, GNU is basically typically used with the Linux kernel. Okay, so how it was done? So in the earlier, so every aspect of the GNU project was created. Okay, so except one piece, they needed some kernel. Okay, so in 1991 he worked with Linus Torvalds. We have learned about him in our demo lectures. So he worked with the GNU project, and then he contributed his Linux kernel to make the GNU the whole project. Okay, and then the GNU project was created. GNU also has its own kernel called HURD. So development on the HURD has been ongoing since 1990. So it is the kernel's job to allocate machine resources, manage application and underlying hardware, and enable users and application to basically interact with the system. But at 1991, when it was also needed some another kind of kernel, so GNU is typically used with the Linux kernel, so which was developed by Linus Torvalds. Okay, and according to the GNU Linux project, so the Linux OS kernel is Linux. Okay, but all the other elements of the system are GNU. Also, neither OS exists independently, and as such, Linux would more be appropriately be called as GNU Linux, okay, because it was migrated with the GNU project. Now, basically, there are licensing also. So, two GNU licenses are available under GNU project. So, first one is GPL and another one is LGPL. Basically, most of time GNU GPL license is used. Okay, as of now, there is GPL version 3. We'll see when we will be on our Ubuntu VM. So basically, it's for general public license. So basically, it lists the term and condition for copying, modifying, and distributing free softwares. Okay, so there should be limit for these four freedoms. So whatever four freedoms we have discussed here, so there should be limit. Okay, so for this we have those licenses. So basically, it guarantees that free software to which the license applies will remain free for all users. Okay. And additionally, GPL allow user to freely share, modify, and distribute all version of that program. Okay. So let me move on my Ubuntu VM and let's find out about the licenses about our GNU. Okay. So if I will go and head over on my browser, so in here I will search for GNU license. And in here, if you will go to gnu.org, so it will tell you that current release version 3.0, and in here you will learn all about what applies on this license. Okay, all the terms and condition in here. Okay, now if you want to search about or identify the type of the OS, so how you can do that? So you can open your command terminal here and you can type uname option O. Okay, so it will tell you that hey, it's not only Linux, so basically it's GNU slash Linux. Okay, now so what you can do, so for finding out where are all the source code for all these things. Okay, so we were discussing that hey, the Linux is not only Linux, so it's a part of GNU project also. So how it is done, so there should be a source code repository for them. Okay, so for finding this, that go to gnu.org. Okay, so in here you can find the details about the GNU, how it was done. Okay, you can also install versions of the GNU. So GNU Linux distribution can be also installed from here. Okay, and also you can go in here and learn about the free four freedoms. Okay, the freedoms we talked about. Now in here you can go to software section, and in here if you scroll down a bit, okay, so you will find the repository listed here. Okay, so in here there are different types of software source code stored in here. For example, Linux kernel is stored in Linux library. Similarly, your general command like grep, find, everything else, it is stored in core utils package. Okay, so there is a core util package. So in the upcoming lecture we will learn also about how you can customize this or install it. Okay, so yeah, I am hoping that's it for the overview and description about the GNU project and how it works under the hood, how it was created. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this lecture, and in the next lecture we will learn about modifying and installing from source code. Okay, so till then, take care.